I love the 100 because of what it represents. There was a lot of female empowerment. Jason Rothenberg created a show, created a world where there was no racism, no sexism, rape wasn't a thing. It didn't. It wasn't even in the language. No homophobia. So it was basically, of course, there was tribalism. There was
had to be drama.
Yeah, there had to be drama, and also, everything was about a life and death situation. And it was what I love about it was when there was a real hard moral decision. So when you're stuck between, a rock and a hard place, like what do we do? You have to find a third way. You have to find another. You have to be resourceful and figure it out. And usually, when they figured it out, it got them into another mess that they then had to figure out. So it was really wonderful to do. Such a creative experience, and I'm very grateful to Jason Rothenberg because after doing 3 seasons, I ended up doing 4 seasons, but after my third, in order to keep me, he got Warner Brothers to offer me a blind script deal, and that's actually how I ended up developing The Cleaning Lady.
Which comes from Chica que Limpia.
Yes.
From Argentina. Great show. Also speaks a little bit about something that we support a lot, which is diversity, inclusion, activism around undocumented folks. So I was very grateful for the show and how you connect emotionally to the show.
Thank you. Yes, I mean, the thing is, we all have a story. We all have our struggles that we go through, and so many people who have immigrated here have a journey that they can't even talk about because they're afraid. They're afraid to open up. They're afraid that people might know and judge them. And so I think, it was, again, I feel really grateful for the opportunity to be able to tell those stories. And in season 3 in particular, when we, sent Fiona back to the Philippines and she had to find her way, we wanted to make sure it was not going to be easy, because it's not. And we wanted her to try different ways, and yes, almost died several times in the process, and show that struggle, because it is a struggle for so many people. So I was so grateful to be able to tell Fiona and Chris's story this season. Yes.
Very riveting.
Yeah, and at the same time, tell stories about immigrants and people of color, marginalized people who are at many different stages in life, from all walks of life. So, you have people who, are at the upper echelons of society, and the people who are struggling to just enter the country with their families. So it's really nice to tell that real broad spectrum of people and perspectives.
Very well. This is a difficult time historically, as far as, I speak for myself as an immigrant and as a feminist, with the people that just want the election. And I know a lot of us are feeling hopeless, so you could send a little message of hope, what would you say to artists and who want to make their way, and just to all of us in the community, what can we do going forward?
I think we just all have to keep believing that good will prevail. That, there will always be setbacks. There will always be people who will try to push us down. But we have to just maintain our own integrity. We have to keep believing and supporting each other. And again, I'm very grateful for people who have helped me along the way. And so I would say, if you're able to pay it forward, to help people when you can, and also for people who are struggling to just know that there are people out there that will help, that do care. And I think that despite certain perspectives of people, there are other people who do care, that have a heart, and to just continue to believe that there is hope. And especially if you come from a place of love, that love is powerful, and love can always conquer.